I want to thank Senator Feinstein for her hard work and her leadership in support of Judge Chen's nomination. The way we do our judge recommendations in California, I think is just exemplary. What we do is we each have a committee that advises us, and they come up with the names of a few people that they think are the top choices. And then each of us makes that recommendation to the president. And Judge Chen was her nominee. And he has had a distinguished career, and he enjoys broad support and respect in California's legal community. And when I heard the remarks of my colleague from Iowa, Senator Grassley, it really broke my heart, because it doesn't sound to me that he knows Judge Chen. He just seems to be criticizing someone else, someone who sets aside the law. That's not Judge Chen. Judge Chen will make an outstanding addition to the federal bench. Since 2001, Judge Chen has served as a magistrate judge in the Northern California District of California, where he has issued over 350 published legal opinions. Before coming to the bench, Judge Chen was a respected civil rights lawyer and part of the trial team that successfully overturned the wartime conviction of Fred Korematsu. He made history when he became the first Asian American magistrate judge to serve in the Northern District. And today, Judge Chen takes another history-making step if he is confirmed, and I surely hope that he will be, because when he is confirmed, he will be only the second Asian American in the 150-year history of the Northern District to be confirmed as a judge. And Mr. President, in our great nation, we are a melting pot. And I don't believe that you can really have the kind of justice that our founders envisioned unless we have juries of our peers and we have judges who also represent the broad quilt that is America. And I think this is something to talk about, not to ignore. While I'm proud that we are finally going to vote on the confirmation of Judge Chen, I have to again express frustration that it took so long to reach this point. Judge Chen was nominated over 21 months ago, and I ask everyone to think about this. The family, everybody waiting for this moment, years and years on the bench, an outstanding record. I mean, I remember attending Judge Chen's confirmation hearing in September '09. He was nominated for a judicial emergency seat, Mr. President, one that's been vacant since April 2008. That's a judicial emergency. We don't have enough judges. So one would think you would move quickly on this. Well, following his hearing, his nomination was held up by an unprecedented campaign of obstruction, unfortunately, by my friends in the Republican Party. They refused to allow an up or down vote, and they forced the White House to renominate Judge Chen, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. 4 times. And I tell you, I have read their objections, and they boil down to this. They objected because once he worked as a staff attorney for the ACLU, handling civil rights cases. Now, this is a man who received the highest rating from the American Bar Association. They gave him the well-qualified rating. And so I have to ask my colleagues why they would object to someone who did a good job defending the Constitution. I'm also, and by the way, I don't agree with the ACLU all the time. Believe me, I am surprised at this objection. For example, the ACLU and the Tea Party in my state right now in Northern California are working together to oppose free speech restrictions in front of the Reading Library. In fact, the ACLU and the Tea Party filed parallel lawsuits to strike down the restrictions. So my friends on the other side who give the Tea Party tremendous amount of support, I'm a little surprised that they would go after the ACLU, which is partnering with the Tea Party in defending the Constitution. So I mean, it's hard for me to believe that because Ed Chen was once a staff attorney for the ACLU, he would come under this kind of fire. They never objected to anything from his 9 years as a magistrate judge, Mr. President. Not one complaint about any of the opinions he has written. Judge Chen's record as a fair and impartial judge since 2001 demonstrates clearly that he understands the difference between being an advocate and being a judge. So I don't think that we should say anyone who was ever the staff attorney for this organization or that organization is barred from getting promoted here. That is a sad, sad thing. And I don't think people should be voted down or voted against because they stand up for equal rights and civil rights. If anything, we ought to say, that's great, because we all want our civil rights protected. We all want our rights that are guaranteed to us in the Constitution protected. Judge Roberts, Chief Justice, has called on senators to stop playing politics with judicial nominees, and I have to say, to me, this sounds like politics. You don't like an organization, so then you say someone who's been a judge for 9 years, you have no complaints about him, go back 10 years and now say, because you don't like that organization, they can't be promoted. Now, Chief Justice Roberts has warned that delays in filling vacancies has created acute difficulties in some judicial districts. That's a quote. Let me read it. He said, the delays in filling vacancies, quote, has created acute difficulties in some judicial districts. And certainly we know in this district, we have been in an emergency situation. It is time to get Judge Chen seated so he can continue serving the people of Northern California as a district court judge. I commend Judge Chen for his strength and his perseverance over the past 21 months. This has not been an easy thing. I commend his family for standing by him. I again commend Senator Feinstein for fighting for him. And I commend everybody here who was able to somehow hammer out an agreement to have an up or down vote on this very talented man. So I close with great hopes that we're going to get this nominee confirmed. And in advance of that, and I hope I'm right in doing this, I want to congratulate Judge Chen and his family. And I do urge my colleagues to cast their votes to confirm this highly qualified and respected nominee to the Northern California District, and make history in doing so, and be proud in doing so, and know that when we put qualified people on the court who bring a different background to the court, that we're doing something very positive for America. That's what America is. I'm a first-generation American on my mother's side, and I can tell you what I learned from her, that we should kiss the ground of this country. And as I grew up, I realized that one of the great things about our country is that we are such an experiment in democracy. People from every background, every religion, differences, but we believe in one thing, and that is protection of our rights, and that is we believe in the freedoms that we get from this nation, and we vow to protect those freedoms. And part of protecting those freedoms is to put people on the bench who understand that, as Benjamin Franklin once said, you have a republic if you can keep it. And the way to keep it is not to bar people from getting these up or down votes. Put good people on this bench. You can vote no, you can vote yes. Yes, there are times when we say we want a supermajority, but for Ed Chen, I could tell you right now, this isn't one of those times, and I look forward to his positive vote.